After coming off the back of a successful 5k block where I managed to run a new PB of 15:44, I took some downtime and then slowly started to rebuild ahead of the Norton Marathon. I'm currently hitting some of my biggest and most consistent mileage ever before I get into the specifics of marathon training, but as of right now I haven't touched a speed workout since the 26th of May. So I'm excited and nervous to see what outcome that will bring on tonight's Frampton 10k. So let's see what way this pans out. We have arrived in Frampton for the Frampton 10k. I'm excited to get this one underway. It's a lovely hot summer's evening. Okay, so collected my number, got a late transfer into the race, purchased a bib off someone that could no longer race. Very grateful actually, because I hadn't entered this and it sells out so quickly. So we are here to see where race fitness is at. As I said in the intro, I've not done speed work since the end of May, so I'm kind of excited to see how I feel. I will say it is very warm. I've been lucky the last two times I've done this one. It's been relatively cool for a summer evening, around 17, 18. Tonight the car is registering 24 right now. We're starting in less than an hour, so it could be a tactical affair tonight rather than a time-based one. The goals for the race, well, to be honest with you, first year I did it in 2022, I ran 33:35 or 38 I think it was, and then last year I went out way too hard, blew at the top of the hill and ran 33:43, so I ran slower last year than I did the year before. The course profile lends itself to a fast time, however there is a big hill at mile 2, so you kind of got to be a little bit conservative in that first mile, work a little bit up the hill. When you get to the top you've got a lovely downhill to really start working from there. The final things to say, caffeine load incoming now. So I tried to replicate my evening races as per what I would do in the morning, which is porridge 4 hours before and a Sturker drink mix to get the carbs in. Bicarb 2 hours out, I've had that, and now I've got 200 milligrams of caffeine going in the system in the form of 100 milligrams in the Ketone IQ and then 100 milligrams in the Morton gel. So I'll get those in the system around 35 minutes out from race start. We'll get out for a warm-up, 12 minutes easy, 3-minute tempo, 4x20 strides. It is a routine that has been working really well for me, and we'll get to that race start. Right, so some on-course conditions in the warm-up. It is warm, as I said. Bit of a headwind going out, so I'm running the first mile, turning around and coming back. So that will bode well if I'm conservative in the first mile, because we come back this way. We go out, do a loop and come back, so hopefully have a bit of wind on our backs on the way home. And yeah, I'll just see what other people do around me. I'm not going to go out like an idiot tonight. It is too hot for that. We'll race tactically rather than for time, and we'll go for the race strategy that we did in 2022 and not last year. So finish this warm up and let's get on with it. There we go, warm up done. Only 3 strides, not 4. Just chatting to a couple of people there before we get started. Ready to get this one underway. We'll see what we can do. Tactical, conservative for the first bit. Maybe just sit in the 520s. Maybe even a low 530. We'll just see what happens. As long as I feel controlled and breathe well, then I'm happy, as long as I hit the hill in a good place. Otherwise this heat is going to destroy me. Sun is behind the clouds for a second, so hope it stays there. So we're underway after a rather abrupt start. We all shot off the line, and as I promised myself, I let the leaders go. Now I'm saying that as if I could have kept up with the leaders, which I absolutely could not. However, last year I tried to and it came back to bite me. So I let the first 2 lads shoot off, and then I let some more runners go around me. I was quite happy to let the first mile tick over. However, I broke that promise to myself after about the first kilometre. As per every other race, around 400 to 600 metres in, that initial fight or flight response disappears and I start to feel really strong. So in today's episode of Being an Idiot, I decided to do my best to latch on to the back of Alex in the orange vest, who quite frankly is in a different league of running to me. And as you'd expect, it did not last long. I found myself in a bit of a sticky situation. I had Alex making ground on me ahead. I stuck with him for 200-300 metres and then he started to peel away. But I could also hear a pack of runners behind me, and at this point we were going into the wind. So at that moment I decided to snap out of being an idiot, slow right down and sit with the pack behind. Now although this may have cost me 5 or 6 seconds at the time, it probably saved my race, as you will see going forward. Now sadly, for some reason I thought I recorded the big hill, but it turns out I didn't. I managed to turn it on at the top of the hill rather than what I thought I was doing, which was turning it off. So you have to take my word for it, it was like climbing Mount Everest. The good thing here though was that I had company up that hill. I just focused on the back of their vests and each footstep, meaning that I felt pretty decent at the top of that hill and was able to change gears nicely and speed up. Mile 3 includes that hill and I still managed to split a 5:24, which is the fastest I've ever done that mile, and then managed to kick on some more over the next mile and used that downhill nicely. At this stage our pack went from 4 to 3. Between mile 4 to 5 is always the hardest on this course. It looks flat on the map, but there's a very gentle gradient that just saps your energy away from you, and you know though that if you do this mile it's smooth sailing to the finish. You kind of got to just grit your teeth and get through it. This mile also took our pack down from 3 to 2. Now in this final mile you'll see I lost the battle to try and stay in front, but I just pushed as hard as I could to keep up. It allowed me to maintain a really strong effort to the end. These shoes really came into their own and kept me on my toes bouncing down the road. Good job, you kept me going there. Jeez, that was brilliant. Oh wow. Well done, buddy. Well done, mate. Good job. Did you get 5th? Yeah. Quality finish, mate. You must have finished like a rocket.
You were so strong, as always.
Oh.
Well done, very good, well done.
Well done, dude.
Well done, fella.
Top work.
Great stuff, mate. I tried.
You're amazing. Unbelievable. Well done, dude. Good job. Wow, there we go. That was a result and a half. 4th place, very happy with that. And I think that was a course PB. I think it was either 33:29, 33:30 or 33:31. My watch stopped to 33:30, so really happy. Went out, tried to latch onto the back of 2nd place. Alex, he was just too strong, the eventual winner. And then I heard footsteps behind me about a mile in. I just turned around and I was just like, sod this, I'm dropping back. It was quite windy and I needed some help to work at that point. So worked together with those boys. Went from a pack of 4 to a pack of 2 by mile 4, 4.5, and I just got pipped to that 3rd place, but it was just too strong. And really good run, really happy with the splits as well, really held strong in the second half. 5:21, 6th mile I think, or 5th, I can't remember. So yeah, honestly couldn't have gone better tonight. So there we go, Frampton 10k done. So my watch seems to say 33:26. I'll put the official time on there. I think it was a bit closer to 33:30. But either way, course PB, very happy with that. Felt better than I expected. A lot of you are going to be like, well duh, yeah, you've been doing aerobic training, and of course a 10k is an aerobic event. I just felt really strong, and that's really good. I was really worried, it was very hot, but it didn't seem to faze me too much. Let's go through the race very quickly. I won't keep you too long. I just want to say, obviously I went out there and I recognised a couple of lads that went out at the front, and I tried to, after the sort of, well, coming up to the end of the first mile, I tried to catch on to the back of Alex in the orange vest, Western Tempo. But he was just ticking along at a pace that was just a bit too quick for me. I think he won it in 32:20 something. So yeah, I decided to back off, but I found myself in no man's land between first and second, and then there was a pack behind me. I could hear a lot of footsteps, and I just kind of, the first mile ticked over, and I just turned around, I could see this pack, and I just went, oh, okay, I swore obviously, but I just thought I cannot go into the wind anymore. So I literally almost just stopped in the road, just really slowed down, let them go past me for about 5 seconds, seconds, and I just tucked in with them. There were 4 boys, or 4 I think including me, and it was just great to work with them. Max was in there, a couple of other tempo lads, and yeah, we just worked well together, sort of up the hill, got to the top of the hill, came over the top of the hill, and I said to the boys, right, now's the time that we want to make up what we've just lost up the hill. Even having said that, the pace up the hill was really good. I was very happy with that particular mile split. I think that's the fastest I've ever done, and I just felt really strong. So we kicked on, I think a split sort of like 5k in 16:40 something. So I was pretty happy with that. And then, yeah, we just ticked along. 4 went to 3, went to 2. We dropped Max and the other chap I was running with. I can't remember his name, but he was great, and I was running with him. Max was just coming off the back of an injury. On peak fitness, Max would have absolutely obliterated me, but it was great to see him doing so well out there tonight after a back injury, so that was great. But I was running strong with this other chap, and we both said to each other, we're toast, but he just had a little bit more than me, and I was so grateful that he went a little bit ahead of me, because it just gave me something to lock onto. I've got to be honest with you, in the final mile I was really happy with how I just kept ticking over. The PUMA Fast R, they were absolutely spectacular. I said it on the Hereford race vlog when I tested them out first time. They just keep you bouncing even when you're tired, and they did that tonight. 5:22 for the 6th mile after that hill and that course. Just so happy to finish so strong, and yeah, 4th place, could not have asked for more. Really happy with how it went, and yeah, a really strong result in this summer weather. So we'll leave it there, guys. Really appreciate your support on this one. Very happy with how it went. I hope you guys' summer racing is going well. PUMA Fast R Nitro Elite 3, what a shoe. So good over these shorter distances. Highly recommend. Whenever they do the next drop, you must grab a pair. They are so good. Other than that, I'll wrap it here. If you enjoyed this video, guys, I'll leave a couple of videos on screen here and down here that you might enjoy, and I'll see you guys over on one of those.